Hi folks in Buddhism. This video is just to give you a brief introduction to the ePortfolio project. You're going to be submitting an ePortfolio, which is essentially a personal website, but in academia, ePortfolios are used to discuss your academic and personal learning. So I've created a template for the course, and essentially you can look at the template and address the questions and even go beyond the questions that you see on each of the pages of the ePortfolio. So I'm going to show you how to log into Digication and all of the resources that I posted on the website. You're going to also engage in a peer review of each other's ePortfolios, so I'll pair you up and you'll give feedback on the ePortfolio before turning in the final ePortfolio, which is due at the end of the semester and is worth 30 points. So here, let me show you exactly how you create it and the different components involved. So here we are in the course website, and you'll see my video announcement from February 16th where I announced the ePortfolio project. Here are the pages that are in the ePortfolio that you're expected to complete and general instructions. You have a home page about me, reflections on your meditation practices, the research that you did for your scholarly review, a discussion of your personal academic path. You'll upload your resume, and then a contact me page. As I said before, you'll engage in a peer review of your ePortfolios. So you'll think about these questions when you review your classmates' ePortfolio and upload that here, as well as emailing it to your peer. And here I've posted a rubric for the ePortfolios. And essentially the rubric is addressing critical thinking. So if you click on this, it'll open in a new browser. These are the types of things that I'm looking for. Are you clear? Are you accurate? These are the sorts of qualities that I'm looking for. This will give you a sense of how ultimately, in the end, it will be evaluated. But hopefully you'll get formative feedback about this so that you can revise it to those standards. So that's where the ePortfolio project is discussed. But here you'll also see ePortfolio resources. So there's a lot of resources about how to use
this tutorial is for customizing
and
the
all of
student
that.
template, and we'll show you how to use
So it
advanced
automatically
features to
starts
customize.
those videos that you can hear. Now here is the link, the Digication link, and you'll see your ePortfolio assignments there. Essentially it's just a draft and a final ePortfolio. But once you go to the Digication link, you can also access the Digication with this URL, uncw.digication.com. So there you'll click on Login, and here's where you can create your ePortfolios. If you click on that, you can create the Buddhism template ePortfolio. You'll highlight that, you'll have a title for it, you could just use your name if you'd like, and create. And here you'll see the template that I've created. So this is the welcome page, and you're supposed to write some sort of introduction to your ePortfolio. It's pretty easy to use. All you have to do is click on edit, and then you can type in here. You could change the title, but here you would type whatever you wanted to say. So for instance, hi, my name is, and then welcome to my ePortfolio. And then you can talk about what drew you to take the course in Buddhism, what interested you about Buddhism, what you hoped viewers of your ePortfolio might get from the ePortfolio. About me, that's supposed to give the reader a sense of your personal and academic background. Now, meditation reflections, this should be somewhat easy because I've been having you do in these assignments engage in different types of meditation practices and even compare them. And so here I want you to do a kind of meta reflection on what you learned from your different experiences meditating, the most meaningful aspects of it, how it impacted and challenged you, and then perhaps what styles or techniques of meditation you might be interested in exploring further. Now, research, this is geared towards the research that you already did with your scholarly review. So, but here what you want to do is I want you to talk about what you learned in your research, and it may be different aspects of your research, something that you didn't discuss in your scholarly review, but it should be towards a non-academic audience, so the general public. What would you want to discuss to the general public about your research that you did for the course? In addition, here is where you're going to upload your revised scholarly review, and it's very easy to upload documents or images if you have pictures that you wanted to include. You just click on this plus button, And then here you have options. You can introduce a text box. You can introduce a new slide, so it's the page is set up to do different slides within it. But you can also upload files. You can take your own pictures. You could even do embedded video if you wanted to go that route. But here, if you click on upload file, it's easy. You can choose files from your desktop. You can drag and drop. But that's where if you should choose the files. And here I'll just do a test. So this is a rubric that I created. And then you click upload, it will upload the PDF or Word document, and here you'll see now it appears within the ePortfolio. This is so that your viewers can actually download the file if they'd like to view it, but they can also view it within the ePortfolio itself. So that's what I'd like you to do with your scholarly review, your revised scholarly review. And for those of you who did not score highly, I will be adjusting those grades based on your revisions. So hopefully you'll all get a 10 out of 10 by the end of it. Now the My Path page is discussing the various types of paths we learned about in Buddhism. So we started with the life story of the Buddha, and then the path towards enlightenment that's discussed in Theravada texts, also the Bodhisattva path in the Mahayana Buddhist tradition, as well as paths of meditation. So here, just reflect on your own path and how you might bring it into dialogue with those types of paths that we discussed this semester. Also, I'd like you to include at least 4 of your favorite quotations from the text that you read this semester. No need for a works cited page, just include the title of the text and the page number. So your sort of favorite hits from this semester. Resume. Now this is all about professional development. Hopefully you already have a resume, but if you don't, this is your opportunity to create one. And it's not tailored towards Buddhism. It's just when you graduate, a basic resume or curriculum vitae that you could use when applying for jobs, and then finally contact me. So those are the different pages. After you make changes, you want to publish the change. Now, what's interesting here is that the template has the recommended settings of private to me, but you can also share it with the course. So that's what I would like you to do, is to share it with the course. So you'll see it here, course students. Share it with each other so that you can do the peer review easy. You can also access that here. So save settings and publish, that'll save the permission setting. But you can find the permission settings here. Here's where you'll submit to the course assignments. But under settings, here's where you can find permissions and share. So it's private to you, but then you can also share. So here I'd like you to do, instead you can keep it private to me, but just share it with the course with PAR 371001. So hopefully this helped explain the ePortfolio project. The idea is that this is a writing intensive course, so the expectation is that you're going to be doing a lot of writing and revision. But after the scholarly review, I thought you sort of had a taste of the academic kind of writing that you might do, and here this will give you the opportunity to write for different audiences, for popular audiences. So feel free to email if you have any questions. Otherwise, I really look forward to seeing what you produce.